Hello, can anyone hear me? Is anyone online who can hear me? Just let me know. Hello, can anyone hear me? Is anyone Hello, can anyone hear me? Is anyone online who can hear me? Just let me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome once again to the power of networking in job search. So, this evening we are going to spend the next 1 hour, and I really hope that we'll spend at least 1 hour to go through the notes I have, and we are going. I'm going to spend time explaining to you everything that you need to know about job networking in job search. And so we are going to start right away. I think that we've done some quite waiting at 6 o'clock and 6 8 exactly. So we are going to start. And I hope you actually have a great time. My name is Eunice Jima, and currently I can see Kini Anthony, Vanessa, Sarah, Saki, sorry, the Lali online. Thank you for joining. I'm really grateful to have you all here on board. Um, we are going to start the training program. And so, first of all, what's the summary of topics we are going to be discussing? And so this training program is going to cover a wide range of topics in networking. And we are going to be looking at what is networking, why is networking important, who is your network, leveraging on your network, keys to networking, and what to do after you get the job. Now, these are very important because to be able to network, you need to understand everything that goes on in networking so that it makes you more productive or more prudent when you are networking. So that it doesn't just look like all you are looking for is a job and that ends it, but then you are building a network and a relationship that is going to last for many years to come. So next is the quote of the day, and it says that your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth, and this is by Paula Gill, Porter Gill. And what the quote is trying to explain is that the people around you, the people that surround you, your network of friends, schoolmates, alumni, whatever, this group of people that you call your network is going to determine how much you are worth in life. And so, if you are surrounded by a group of very high ambitious, highly skilled people, you are naturally going to be increasing your worth by becoming someone who is highly productive, highly ambitious, highly skilled person. Then, in the vice versa, if you are also surrounded or your network is full of people who are low lives and people who are, excuse me, people who don't have any vision, your net worth is going to be determined by that. And so your network is your net worth. Okay, so next is that who am I? So first of all, I am Eunice Jima. I'm the founder of the Workplace GH. It's a career coaching, recruitment, and training organization. I focus on creativity, commitment, growth. These are my core values: creativity, commitment, and growth. And at the Workplace GH, we help young adults to redefine their careers and get their dream jobs and live a purposeful life. Life can be fun, and we need to be able to enjoy life and build a career that we would love. Okay, so we'll move on to the next slide. How do you feel about networking? Do you dread networking? Do you cringe when you hear about networking events? Do you do you know that you can sorry, I think I have something stuck in my throat. Do you know that you are already networking with people already? Now it means that as we move day in and day out, we are already networking. There's nothing like a course called networking. Yeah, in IT, yes, but we are already networking. And so, yes, you are. There's nothing strange about networking. And if you don't believe this, yeah, if you really don't believe this, don't stress. I'm here to help you to break it down and make it an exciting process for you. Now, what is networking? Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and or develop professional or social contacts. And so when we look at networking, we are looking at exchanging information. One of the simplest ways of exchanging information this day is through exchanging of phone numbers, and that's our contact. And so we develop professional and social contacts around us, and we begin to share information and exchange information day in and day out. As we do that, we are building a network. So your network can be your group of friends around you. You are building a network that is going to help you for whatever reason which you build this network for. Networking is also about establishing and nurturing long-term, mutually beneficial relationships with the people you meet, whether you are waiting or on an order in the morning or you are participating in a sporting event. Networking is about building mutual beneficial relationships. And then lastly, networking is one sure way to get to know about a job opening even before it's advertised. So before even a job can be advertised, if you are really networking very well, you would be able to even know about that job opening even before it's advertised. Sometimes friends will call you and say, hey, there's a job opening coming up. Would you love to be in that position? And so that's what one of the benefits, of course, of networking. But we'll go deeply into that in the slides that come up. Our second quote for today: networking is not only about trading information, but also serves as an avenue to create long-term relationships with mutual benefit. And this is by Bianca Miller Cole. She works with Forbes. And she's saying that networking is not just trading information. So we are not just giving out information. I need this, you give it to me. I need that, you give that to me. But it's also an avenue to create long-term relationships. And most of the time, some of us have a very great networking skill that even our classmates from primary, from JHS, even from kindergarten are still our friends, are still within our network because we understand the value of networking in the long term. Then also, that's it. So the next thing is, why is networking important? And the first reason why networking is important, or why you really need to develop a culture of networking and creating very good, strong networking bonds, are: one, it helps to build strong business connections. Business connections are everywhere. As we go in and day out, we build a lot of business connections. And so it is very necessary to have a strong network, because if I'm going to be selling, let's say, clothing, I need a network of people who I know would be interested in my clothing sales. And so, yes, one, it's a strong business connection. Two, you gain fresh ideas. Now, when you are in a network, one of the very good reasons why it's also important is that you gain fresh ideas. Sometimes you put something out there and someone goes like, oh, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. And today, in our modern era where we have Facebook groups, networking is everywhere. If you think you are not in a network, then maybe you are not in any single Facebook group. But I have benefited a lot from networking when it comes to building of fresh ideas. The next is you build lasting relationships. And like I said, some of us have networks of relationships from as far back as kindergarten. You have a WhatsApp group of your kindergarten mates, you have a WhatsApp group of your university mates. That is building lasting relationships. And so networking is very good for that. Next, networking helps to grow confidence. As you build a strong network, one of the good things or the benefits you get from it is building of confidence. I sat in a meeting with someone, and the person was telling me about how he's very confident when he walks into an interview and all of that. And I was listening to how he demonstrates himself. And I felt, oh, okay, I could do ABC the next time I'm in another interview. And this is how some simple discussion help build a certain confidence in a certain area I thought I didn't have. And so as you network together, you're able to build very good confidence and grow your confidence very well. Then it gives you access to job opportunities. One of the reasons why we all love to network is that we want job opportunities, especially when with this topic where we are looking at it from the point of job opportunities. A great network is a great access to job opportunities. Your classmates are in companies that are employing, your work colleagues, your church members, whoever your network is, in their businesses or in their companies, they are likely to have ads that would be needing people, and you would get that access much more easier and faster. And then lastly, it helps you find the job you love. When you are in a group, in a network, in a society, in a community, you are able to find the job you love because the people know what you love, they know what you want. And so sometimes when they are searching for a job, they even understand the kind of person you are, so that they will search for the kind of jobs that would help you better than people who do not know who you are at all. Now, we move on to the next point, which is who is your network? And most of the times, people would be wondering who my network is. Now, let me see. I don't think I can attach anything here, but those of you who already joined the group, yes, you can. I'll be sending the slides to you after. Anyone who would want the slides, you can just DM me and then I'll send them to you after this training. So who is your network? We have 5 groups, or in during this training, I have categorized our network into 5 groups. The first one is the personal network, educational network, business network, community network, and third party network. So I'm going to break down these people so that we all look at, go through and realize that we actually do have a great deal of people when it comes to our network. So I'm going to open the slide a little for a few seconds, and then I think when I open the slide only, my voice cuts off. So I'll just have to do it in half and half. So you can just take a look at it for a few seconds and then I'll be back to explain. Okay, so who is your network? The first group of people I have grouped is our personal network. Now, when we talk about personal network, we are talking about family, friends, relatives, parents of children's our children's friends. These are our personal network. Um, Relatives of our friends, club members, associations we are involved in, our cousins, our neighbors, all of these people form our personal network. Our educational network is our schoolmates. I mean, the name is clear as it says, educational, schoolmates, teachers, university classmates, friends, alumni association, university career placement office staff. They are your network. Former professors and advisors are all within your network. The third group is the business group. And when we come to the business group, we look at your current co-workers, previous co-workers, consultants, vendors, suppliers, customers, seminars, and workshops that you have attended. These are all network people you have met, business owners you have worked with, clients you have worked with. All of these form the business group of your network, or people within your business area that can become your network. Then we move on to the community. And in the community, we have the civic and political leaders. We have your clergy, ministers, pastors, imams, all of that. We have community groups. We have clubs. Of course, they also come within our community. We have people you meet while you are volunteering. We have health and fitness club members. All of these people are within our community. Sometimes you walk into the gym, you are working out, and you meet someone who becomes a great network for your future. Then the last group of people I have framed up is the third party. And this includes accountants, doctors, bankers, lawyers, insurance brokers, etc. etc. These people are not directly working with you, but then because of their, sometimes yes, they are directly working with you, but because of the kind of role they play in our lives, in our business, in our health, in our education. They are, I have grouped them as third party um, network. So this five group of people we call our network are what we are going to use to determine who is within my network. And so if I went to Pentecost University. And so my network of friends and association and alumni is from Pentecost University. I know a lot of people. I work there also. So I have another business side of them over there. I have university lectures and all of that from the university. And so that is a great network I have. In my community, I have another network of people I am working with. And all of these people help you in your job search. And so if you need to be able to identify these group of people and be able to make use of them effectively so that your job search is very productive. Next is how to develop your network. And before I continue, if you have any questions, you can just type them down in the comment section so that when we are done with the training, when I'm done explaining myself, I'll answer all your questions for you. So the next is how to develop your network. And so one of the main problems we all have as individuals is, okay, I have a network. These are my people. These are the network. How do I develop my network? And this course is basically in the area of job search. And so how do I develop my network to be able to um, search for jobs effectively and achieve whatever goal or aim I'm looking for in my job search. One of the first is to attend networking events. Some of you never attend events. Any event that brings people together is a networking event. It doesn't necessarily have to be termed as a networking event, but as long as people come together to achieve a certain aim, you are networking as part of the process. Because most of the times when you go to any conference, seminar, training program, musical event, whatever, there's a point where we always come out and converse and laugh and meet people and um, have a tea break or whatever. And so all of that is helping in building a network or developing your network. When you go to these events, you must actually go to these events and take advantage of the people that are there and build a network. Next, and sorry, before I even move on to the next one, when we are looking at attending networking events, you should also consider the fact that you should attend events that are related to what you are looking for. So if I'm looking for, let's say, a job in accounting, I should be attending a lot of events that has accounting training or something involved. Don't just be attending anything or that comes your way. No, sometimes it doesn't really help you. And so attend events that are at least closer or similar to what the job search areas you are looking for. Next is to participate in online communities. And yes, we are all here going through this training program. This is an online community. Another online community we all have today is our WhatsApp groups. We need to participate in them. Sometimes we are in a WhatsApp group and we are virtually dead people over there. No one even seems to know of our existence. What will happen is that the day you need help, people do not know you and so cannot help you in any area. But then when you continue to engage in these groups, it helps you and it also lets the people know more about you and so are concerned and ready to help you whenever the need arises. The next one is to contact alumni groups. And so anyone who went, as long as you've had some level of education, you have an alumni association, an alumni group, you need to be able to contact them and join the group so that you build a strong network and develop it for your future job search opportunities. And then you can also work as a volunteer. Now, one of the ways of developing a very good network is to work as a volunteer. And sometimes we do not enjoy working as volunteers. But working as a volunteer is one of the very good ways to develop a network, because you go there, you work with people, you meet like-minded people who are also engaged in the same project. And this could also help you in future. The manager can see you and realize you are really putting in your hard work, and could even recommend you for a job somewhere that is very good for you. Then the next is to participate in community engagement. Yes, those of you who don't participate in any community engagement, it's really not good. It's not going to help you. The community is holding a cleanup campaign, you do not participate. The community is holding a fundraising program, you do not participate. Whatever the community is doing, you are taking yourself out of it. It doesn't really help. Sometimes engaging in community activities would let someone meet you, someone would see you, and you would also build a strong network from that engagement. Next on, we have leveraging your network. Now, in leveraging your network, it says that today, with social media at the tip of our fingers, we cannot but leverage on the network we have. We all have a very great network, and we need to be able to leverage on it due to the ability or the society we find ourselves in. Many years ago, our parents didn't have this opportunity, and so would have struggled unless you go to a physical event. You cannot network. Now, due to COVID, we have all realized the importance of digital networking, digital programs, digital training, digital everything. And this is one very strong area we can all network in and grow ourselves. And so we need to be able to leverage upon our network to develop ourselves and use it to help us in the future. Now, how do you leverage upon your network or leverage on your network? One is to turn influential people in your network into mentors and coaches. This will make it easy for them to help you in your job search. Now, 10 influential people in your network into mentors and coaches. One of the interesting things I've heard in my years of experience or years of growing up and becoming who I am today is when people, especially with me coming from the Christian background and a church person, when people meet someone in church and they want the person is the big man, and they want him to help them in a job search to find a job. The only time they become close to that person is when they are looking for the job. I have done it before, and I know many people have done it before. The only time we talk to that person is when we are in need of a job. We never really even ever speak to the big men because we think they are too busy or for whatever reason. We never get close to them. Now, if you want to be able to leverage on your network, these influential people that you have within your network, you need to turn them to become your mentors and your coaches. You cannot just let them um, be in your network and all you come is when you need a job, you come and speak to them. When you are done, you move out of it. What you would always have to do is to constantly build the network and groom, let them become your coaches and your mentors so that they can help you when the time is in need. And so you are building upon it and help developing that process. The next one is to connect with your network directly or as a group and let them know you are job searching. Now, we need to put away our pride and our whatever when we are job searching. You need a job. You need to put away everything and say, please, I need a job. Can you help me? You can either decide to do it one on one directly to the person and say, hello, Mr. or hello, Miss, whatever. Can you help me with ABC? Or you can put it in the group. And sometimes I find on LinkedIn or even on a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group, people put out posts and say, please, can someone help me? I'm looking for a job in ABC. That is a very simple way of leveraging upon your network. And so here you connect with your network directly, or you connect with them as a group so that they know you are job searching. Because sometimes without even telling them, if you do not tell them, they are not going to know that you are job searching. And you would assume no one is helping you, but they do not even know you are job searching. Then the next is that you can target people in your network who can help you directly, and to reach out to your goals and connect with them. So there are people in our network that can help us in general. And then there are people in our network that can help us directly. So directly means that if I'm looking for a job in company XYZ, and let's say I realize I know someone within my network who works in company XYZ, instead of waiting and trying to go around and juggle and find the job, I could just go to that person directly because he is a direct link to my job search, and let him help in the job search process. The next is that you can use your network to introduce you to a hiring manager, or pass your resume to the HR manager. So in the same way, someone is knows someone somewhere, someone knows someone in another place. The person can help you by just calling the HR manager or the hiring manager and telling them that, hey, hello, I know Mr. or Miss ABC is come to see you on Monday with his CV. Or they can even endorse your CV or certificate, just so that when you walk into the hiring manager's office, the person knows that you are coming from Mr. ABC, and he has endorsed that you are a fit person for the role. Then, one important thing when it comes to leveraging on your network that we need to know is that don't wait till you are in need of a job before you reach out to your network. Build a strong relationship even when you do not need them. I said this from the beginning. Most of the times we are waiting till we need a job, and then we start to try and gain a certain relationship with our network. That is very wrong. We need to continuously build the network, and so that when the time comes that we need the job, the network has already been built. There has already been a development, a relationship. And so when you go to the person and you ask the person, can you help me with ABC? It becomes easier for the person to help you. Okay, so because I'm at this point, someone has asked the question that I feel is closer to where I am. So let me try and answer. Delali says that, please, how do you network effectively when you have social anxiety or you are a flat out introvert? Wow, well, I'm not an introvert in the first place. I am a good talker. I can go out and do everything and tell everyone. Even that sometimes is difficult to approach certain people. It's difficult to get close to some people and ask them to become your mentors, and ask them to become your coaches, and build a strong network. And so if you're a flat out introvert, I think you really need to do a lot of work, because um, you need a job, or you will need a job soon. Let's say you are in school, you are in level 400, you know you are going to be um, completing school soon. You are really not very good at networking with people, but at least you have one or two friends. What you need to do is sometimes even go with these people. Yes, sometimes they might take something that you wanted, but if you really want something, I feel it's time to put aside, I'm an introvert. I am not someone who likes to speak out. I'm not someone who wants to go out and say certain things. I prefer to be in my room. I prefer to do things this way. I have this kind of anxiety. Try and build a relationship. Try and walk out there and get what you want. It's about getting what you want, because when you go into the working organization, it has nothing to do with whether you are introvert or extrovert. They need results. And so you are going to work with people, and you are going to be working with teams, and you are going to, unless of course you want to just stay at home and not do anything. But as long as you're going to be interacting with human beings in the future, you might as well have to start it now and make up your mind you are going to do it and you are going to ensure that it's done. So one of the things is to be, yes, attending these events. If let's say you have an influencer from church, once in a while when you close from church, just boldly, I mean, gather all the courage you have in you, walk up to that person and just greet the person. Hello, sir. My name is Delali, and I just want, maybe he preached that day. So you can take advantage and say, oh, that was a lovely message, Daddy. Thank you very much for blessing us. That is a first relationship you have built, and that has broken the ice between the two of you. The next time you meet in church again, he's likely to call you and say, hi, Dalali, how are you doing? And then you are building the network. Another time, you just have to still confidently again gather courage, meet him up and say, oh, can you be my coach? Can you be my mentor? Can you help me to be develop myself? Because you know he's an influential person who can help you in your growth in your career. And so you need to look at these things and build them. We need to, in as much as, yes, maybe because I'm an extrovert person, I find it easy to achieve this, or let me say easier to achieve this because it's not always easy. But then I feel that whether introvert or extrovert, once we have a goal ahead of us and our goal is to get the job, to get a job we love, a high paying, high salary employment, we need to put away whatever feelings we have, whatever inbuilt personalities we have, and go out there and forcefully make sure that we get what we are looking for. Okay, so the next area, so like I said, don't, and I'm saying don't wait till you are in need of a job before you begin researching or reaching out to your network. When that happens, as an introvert or extrovert, you are really going to feel uncomfortable. And I have felt that several times when the only time I went to the influential person was, or the influential network person was, because I needed something. It really felt uncomfortable. But whenever I built a relationship, I realized that it was easier and much more comfortable to deal with the people when the time was up, or whenever, and when it got to the time I needed help from them, because I had already built a relationship throughout the period. Now, evaluating your network. Your network, as I already stated, is your net worth. These two words are going to break my tongue. Your network is your net worth. Now, this means that you need to build a strong network if you are going to achieve anything you are looking for or anything great. This requires an evaluation of your network. Ask yourself the following questions and we are going to rank them. So, in building a network, another important thing we need to do is to evaluate that network. And not everyone within our network can help us in our job search. Now, if we are looking for a job, we need to evaluate our network to see whether these people who are within our network can help us for our job search. So evaluating them doesn't mean that you are saying they are bad for everything, but we need a certain group of people who can help us in our job search. And so we need to evaluate the network that we have so that we can build strong relationships with the people that need to be built with, and develop and leverage upon them with the right people and not just anyone else. How do you do it? And so we have some questions that we'll ask ourselves, and we are going to rank them. And when we rank them, we are going to, after ranking them, we are going to see the report. We are going to give us, produce a report which will help us to know whether our network is really great or our network needs a super makeover. Now, questions you need to ask yourself when evaluating your network are the following. One, do you trust your network to give you the truth about you? Do you trust your network very well to give you the truth about you? Two, does your network challenge you as much as it supports you? Some of us, our network is really supportive, but they are not challenging. And so you need to ask yourself, does it challenge you as much as it supports you? Third one is, does your network feel vibrant and dynamic, or your network is static and boring and dead? So does your network feel vibrant and dynamic? I have a network group for my church. It's a women's group. Oh my God, it is so vibrant and dynamic. Like every day there's something on there. And it's such a lovely network I went into, and I really enjoy being there. Then does your network represent your future goals as much as it represents your past? Now you have past goals and you have future goals. Does your network represent your future goals the same way it represented your past goals? There are people within our network that were good for us in the past. However, they are not so good for us in our job search for the future. And so we need to evaluate to ensure that this network of people we have, in as much as they helped us in the past, are they going to help us in our job search, or do they represent our future goals in our job search for the future? Future for the future, yeah. So if that is not working, it doesn't mean that you're going to throw them off. Yes, they will serve another purpose, but for your job search purpose, maybe they are not the right network for you. Then are the networks connected to your network strong? So you have a network, or these networks that you have, are they strong enough to be able to help you for whatever need you have in your job search? Now, when you are done with answering your question, so every question we have on the scale of 0 to 5. 0 means lowest and 5 means the highest. So do you trust your network to give you the truth about you? One, zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. So it's 1 to 5, not 0 to 5. So let's say, yes, I trust them. Yeah, quite okay. So 4. Does your network challenge you as much as they support you? So let's say I give them a 3. Does your network feel vibrant and dynamic? I give them a 5. Does your network represent your future goals as much as it represented your past? Let me say a 4. Are the networks connected to your network strong? The network is connected to your network. So you have a network and they have a network. Those networks that are connected to your network, are they strong enough? And so let me say that one too, I gave them 4. I'm going to now evaluate. Um, 5 means that your network is in great shape. You have like a very splendid network. 3 to 4 means that you need to enhance your network. So you have a very good network, but you need to, give it a boost up, bring in some more people who can help in that. And then 0 to 2 or 1 to 2 means that your network needs a makeover. It means that you have a great network, but they are not helping you achieve the goal you want in your job search. And so this evaluation is going to help you to understand your network and help you to know which of your network will help you in your job search for the future, of course. Sometimes we have a very great network, but these are people who are not very effective for us in the job search we are looking for. Sometimes you are in a community or you are in a group, and all the people that are in that group cannot help you achieve whatever goal you are looking for in terms of career, but they can help you achieve goals in other areas. And so you need to understand this so that you can build a proper network that would help you achieve the goals you are looking for in your career. Next one is, what are the keys to networking success? So we are going to be looking at 5 main keys to networking success. Key number 1: don't wait until a job needs until sorry don't wait until you need a job to network. And I have said that previously, and I'll keep saying it. You don't need to wait until you need a job to network. If you are going to do that, people are going to find you selfish. People are going to think the only time you need them is when you need something. The only time you contact them is when you need something. And it's only selfish people who behave that way. And so we need to build our strong network even when we don't need the job. Second key to networking success is put aside your pride and ask for help. Very important key. Sometimes our pride is here. You are struggling, but you cannot ask the person because you feel if I'm going to ask the person, I'm going to belittle myself. I'm going to be too low. I'm too there to be going to ask this person for help. No, you need to get to the point where you say, look, I need help and I'm not going to sit here and wait forever for manna to fall from heaven. God is not going to automatically, maybe he can, but I mean, things don't just magically happen. We need people to make things happen. So you need to put aside the pride and then ask for help. Three, stop beating about the bush and be specific about what you want. Another thing that sometimes we do that doesn't help us is that we tend to beat about the bush on so many things. So let's say I need a job. Everyone knows I need a job, but no one knows what kind of job I need. So someone sends me a post and says secretary, and then I'm like, no, why do I need to a secretarial job? I need a big job. I want to be an HR manager. Why is this person sending me a job for a secretary? It's because the person doesn't know what you want. And so you need to stop beating about the bush and wasting time telling people, oh, I need a job, can you help me? Oh, I need a job, can you help me? What exactly do you need? What kind of job do you need? What kind of job titles are you looking for? What kind of areas are you looking for? What kind of skill set do you have? Do the people even have your CV to be able to know the kind of jobs you are looking for? Or all you are waiting for is that they will magically know what you want and then they will find it for you. Even sometimes the salary range you are looking for, you need to let them know so that when they are finding jobs for you, they are aware that okay, this job is not going to help or this job is going to help. Don't just go like, oh, I'm open for a job, any job I'll take it. Sweetheart, there's nothing like any job I'll take it because there's going to be that job that you are going to see and you are going to get angry and wonder why is this person sending me this job ad, because you do not want that kind of job. So there's nothing like any job I needed. When we are desperate, we tend to say things like that, but we need to come out of that level of desperation and look for what we want and be specific about them. The fourth point is to connect and follow up. Do not get tired. Another thing that I realize we all do is that we get tired. So we have created a network, we have sent out our CVs, we have spoken to these people. Week number one, nothing happened. Week two, nothing. 3 weeks away, nothing is happening. 6 weeks away, nothing is happening. And then we begin to feel like maybe these people cannot really help me. And so based on that, I'm going to just forget about them and move on with my life. No, let's not get tired. Yes, sometimes people will forget about you. Sometimes people would they, everyone has stuff they are doing and everyone has business they are doing and everyone has a life they are living, and so yes, they could forget about you based on one or two reasons, but it doesn't mean that you should give up and say, okay, I'm tired, I'm not going to be asking again. No, keep doing it. Someday, somehow, someone is going to remember and then work on your CV. That is why you need to keep the relationship. In keeping the relationship, it helps you to be able to follow up easily. Then the last point is that in life, we receive when we give. Be ready to give when needed to. We have very good influential people in our lives, and sometimes when they need our help we are not available to help them, but we only are available when we need their help. So this influential man in your community or in your office or in your group or wherever has lost their parents and is organizing a funeral and needs some support. And then they send out the messages, oh, can you come around to just help us with home stuff? You are not working, so he knows you are available. And then you are like, oh no, I'm busy, I cannot go and do this. But when you need a job, you want him to stop everything he is doing and find you a job. It's not going to work like that. And so we need to give when we are needed to give so that we can receive. People who give are people who receive. There's no way that you can always be stingy and be receiving and receiving and receiving. It doesn't work that way. So, in order to receive, sometimes you also need to give. Sometimes you can even help someone in a lower position and help that person get a certain role, even when you don't have the role you are looking for. In doing that, another role or opportunity will come your way and it will help you yourself. Then what do you do after the job? So you have networked, you have spoken to the person, sent your CV, blah blah blah, and by divine orchestration or by whatever means, finally you get the job. The person was able to link you very well. You got the job, you went for the interview and all of that, you got the job, you are very happy. What do you do after your network has been successfully achieved or been successful? One, remember to say thank you. Thank you is a word that sometimes we tend to forget to say, but we need to remember to say thank you. Always remember to say thank you when we get help from anywhere, whatever the reasons are. Always remember to say thank you. Also, do not leave your network. Now, you might have gotten the job, you are okay now, life is fine for you. And so based on that, you decide that okay, I'm leaving the network because I no longer need this network to survive. You don't have to leave the network because you got the job. You need to stay in the network because it can also link you to something better. And you can also help another person grow. Like I said, we need to give to receive more. And so you also have to stay in the network, learn more, develop yourself better, and grow your career. That is why we did an evaluation because if these people are good for you for the future, why are you leaving the network? You understand? Then the next thing is do not be selfish, but be ready to help others. Like I've said over and over, be ready to help others. Once someone has given you a helping hand, you need to be able to reciprocate and also help other people who are in need within the network. And then continue to learn and develop. The moment you get a job, it doesn't mean that that is the end of your learning pattern. That is the end of your developmental pattern. We need to constantly learn and develop ourselves so that we become better people because we are not going to be staying in that role or in that job forever. And so it is very necessary and very important to learn and develop yourself so that you can become better for future roles. Now we are getting to the end of our session. So if, like I said, if you have any questions, you can put them out there and then I would answer them for you. But then if you don't have any questions too, well, I'll be ending very soon. If you are here with me live, I would hope that you subscribe to my channel. I should have mentioned that earlier. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. All of you who are on the live right now, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Don't leave without subscribing to my channel, please. Subscribe to the channel so that I can and be more excited to give you more information on the training and for more training that are coming up. At least you get the notifications whenever I post new things. And so subscribe and click on the notification button to get notifications whenever I post something new on my page. So what is next? Now your network is great for your job search. sorry, your network is going to be great for the job search if your CV or resume is on point, updated, and has the important information. You cannot put your go to your network and talk to them and say all the things you need, and then when they ask for your CV that they would send to the HR manager or the hiring manager, you do not have a CV, or your CV is outdated, or your CV cannot stand the test of time. You need a CV that is on point, a resume that is on point, is updated, and has the very important information. A strong resume in the hands of an influential person is your key to getting through to meeting the interviewer. I'll say it again. A strong resume in the hands of an influential person or an influential networker is your key to getting through to meet the interviewer. It, sorry. Okay, so if you're unsure about how to write your resume and you are not sure whether your resume has even ever achieved anything for yourself, you've applied for 1 million jobs and nothing is coming out of it, there's something wrong with your resume. You've been applying for jobs over and over and over, but you haven't gotten any interviews. Something is happening. It is not your house people who are worrying. There's something really wrong with your resume. If you are not sure whether your resume is an effective one that will help you to get noticed, and you want to land your next job faster and land a very good job, well, I'm here and I'm going to help you with that. I help people from senior executive, top professionals, enthusiastic young professionals, growing up professionals to be able to land their next interview faster by giving them a very good CV. I'm increasing your earning potentials and your chances of getting the next interview. And through that, it means that you need a very good CV or resume for that. And so, if you need help on that, I'll put in my contact in the description box. You can just you can just email me, and then I would let me just finish typing. So if you need any help in writing your CV or your resume, you can just simply send me an email, and then I would work on that with you. We'll have a discussion and we'll move on as to all the things that need to be done. Also, if you need coaching on an interview, let's say you are going for an interview and you need coaching, I offer 1 hour straight up coaching training to help anyone who is interested or anyone who is going for an interview and needs urgent coaching on how to go through or how to pass the interview successfully. You can also send me an email and we'll discuss all the terms and conditions over there. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can um, let me know. However, we have spent 1 hour already. um, my email is eunice@theworkplacegh.com. My contact details are also on the out there. You can just send me a DM on Instagram, on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever. If you're in any of the groups, you could also do that. And we would be learning more day in and day out. Francis Chapo, I hope I mentioned your name well. Thank you for subscribing. Robert at some point says, really learned a lot already. Thank you, Mrs. Jima. Thank you too, Robert. I'm really grateful. Delali, David, Joyce, Grace, Selby. Oh, Selby is my elder. Everyone who has made it through this training, I'm really grateful. Thank you for having me. Thank you for spending time, making time to actually be in the training session. When we are done, this training is not going to go off, it's going to stay on the page so that anyone who needs to get in touch and come back and reread and re-listen, you can have it. If you want to have the If you need the sorry, if you need the link to the the PowerPoint slide I was projecting, if you need the PowerPoint slide, you can also send me an email. I'll send them all to you. I think I'm going to create that in a post in perhaps on Monday, because tomorrow is the weekend. People might not really see it, so that people can just download from a link. So any of my social media handles, it will be made available so that you can just download it. Vanessa, thank you very much. I think you have become a very good friend, even though we hardly talk to each other. But I like the way we always interact with each other whenever I have something to share. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for making time to be part of this session. Um, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you when next week for another yet exciting training program. Next week we'll be doing something exciting. So have a lovely time and stay blessed. Bye.